hit the record again just so I don't forget.
I guess it depends on what people ask about this, but I'll get started in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm just joining. Mine does, of course. Yes, I should hang some caution tape. Mine was, I had a little cleanup a little last night to create another mess. Yeah. I have a pile right here. I have only in front of me right now available. I have a pile over here. I have a pile over here. And you don't want to know what's behind me. I keep not looking for a
Okay.
moment.
Oh, okay.
These presenters talk about their incredible stashes, yet what we see in the background is so organized. That's because we only show you what we want to show you. Not
Yes.
about to pan around this room right now.
Well, I mean that side of the room is semi okay, but you're not looking at the floor, man. And over here, next to me right here, it's complete paper explosion. So, Eve and anybody else, Eve asked me if or how to see all these live Q&As is what I think you're saying. And all the live Q&As are going to be on the YouTube channel, like Monique was talking about. And we are busily working on getting those uploaded, but that's kind of something that works in the background, while we're doing, other techie stuff and everything. So it's at Junk Journal Retreat on YouTube. And I've uploaded a couple of them so far. And they should be ready to watch, but let me know if not, and I'll take a look.
Trying to get to your Q&A. There we go. Looks like
no problem.
Answered most of them, but we can reread them just so people know. I've tried your reader from yesterday and I have sound on either of them. We redid them completely. So if you refresh completely, we moved them entirely, and so it's like a fresh version of the videos for both of my videos. So you may just need to, sorry about that, guys, but you might just need to do one more refresh or a clear of your cache one more time. Basically, they should be popping up as a YouTube video. You won't be able to find them on our YouTube channels, but they should be coming up as a YouTube video right now for both of them.
I do that too, Eve. I throw stuff on the floor and then I just clean up the hole. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm playing mine right now on YouTube. Definitely has sound now.
A couple more minutes. Oh, they do? Okay. Oh, you didn't upload. That was dumb. You didn't upload another soundless one. I don't know. Ignore me.
Yeah, they're YouTube videos now, so yeah,
nice.
It should be good.
Okay, cool.
I'm double checking just to make sure. But yeah, I can hear myself, which is very annoying. I don't like listening to myself. Like I stop at the minute I hear my voice.
I know, I do that too.
Creative minds are seldom tidy. Has anywhere ever seen Dina Wakely's room? It's insane. Yeah, a lot of people, I'm always like, wow. Oh, I love tossing an unusable scraps onto the floor so I can clean up a huge pile later. It's so satisfying. Yes, it came up as YouTube video. Yeah. So you should be all good. We used to do that in quilting, had forgotten how good it felt. We'll start again. Mine is because I keep forgetting that I moved my trash can. So usually it's to the side of my desk and I keep throwing things right there and I'm like, oh shit, it's behind me. It's not over there. So there's a nice little pile on the side of my desk right now that I got to sweep up, the papers. My only hard rule is not to throw food when I have a bad habit of eating at my desk. I played it on YouTube and I still didn't have sound. If that's got to be on your end, then I would look to see if it's muted on the bottom of YouTube. There's usually another mute. Check your sound. Okay, so if you have a Windows computer, it's something I realized with Windows 11, you have a sound. You know how like if you go on the corner where your time and all that is, there is a thing to pop up your sound. There is actually a little controller on the side, and depending on your settings, you can actually be muting YouTube by itself. Um, because yeah, that would be the only other thing. Or like on the YouTube video itself, it'll have a little thing on there. I'll show you guys really quick while we're waiting for people to pop in, and then we'll get started. Let me show you really, really fast. Let me get over to YouTube. And oh, I don't know if it's going to take me there now. Hold on, I got to switch accounts. Um, I'll show you really quickly. Channel. I'll show you just with one of the other videos, because it's not gonna let me get to it right now. Uh, let me. There it is. Okay, just so you can see it, if it should be coming up still on the site. Oh, duh, it should go on the site. We do it there. Okay, so if you do it this way, if you are still not hearing sound on here, down here, make sure this, when you hit, after you hit play, right here, there's a little volume control. You just make sure that that's actually turned on and not looking like that. Because that would be the only other thing, because I'm literally playing it from our website right now, and the sound is there. So you can either. All right. Hopefully that works. That helps. Like I said, it should say that it's playing on YouTube when you play it. If it doesn't, then make sure you like refresh it one more time. But yeah, that would be the only other thing. It's either that or on your computer is muting it separately from the rest of your sounds. All right. All right, your turn. Have fun, Kristi.
Hey guys, y'all know me, you've been looking at me for a while, so I will not, I'll just jump right in. So today's project video is my little Goth Kids folio. And what comes with it is these panels, and you'll need to print a bunch of them. But anyway, all the instructions are on there, and I teach you how to make all the items on the inside, and also how to add elastic so that you can, you know, have a closure. And I found these closures like really super quick and easy to do. And a couple of things I wanted to say about this is that after I made this, actually, while I was making this, I was like, you know, I don't know if I would use the vinyl, you know, the printable vinyl again, because I didn't realize it was going to come out so dark. It's cute, but I really, really like this a lot better. And so if you don't have printable vinyl, don't go get it. Just print this on like, you know, a cardstock or something, you know.
I still have to say I like them both because they both remind me of a punk folder when you were a kid in high school, if you were a punk or anything else.
Yes.
You had stickers all over the place. So it's exactly what it reminds me of. I love them both.
Well, and that's actually the community I came from when I was in, you know, high school and stuff. So this is similar to what my friends and myself looked like when we were young. So it's kind of why I do a lot of like goth stuff and everything. It's just it's not like really my normal, like I don't dress that way, you know, but it's my designing vibe kind of sometimes. So anyway, if I know that you guys probably don't have any questions about this just yet, but this is what it looks like on the inside before actually you can do it this way, where you put the red on the inside on top of the gray if you want to, or you can do it this way, where you just have the gray. And I teach you how to make these. This is like a 3D-ish kind of pocket. And it works with this because there are spines on these, which is really cool. This is a different kind of folio than I usually make. Usually, I don't know, some of you guys probably know this already, but usually I make, let's see if I have one that's actually done. I don't know. They're all in various different formats here because I've been doing them for a long time, but I usually make, you know, these kinds that, oops, this is actually the inside, you know, folios and stuff. And they don't really have, they're just folded here. There's only a fold. So I started creating them with spines because for me, like if you were to get it out of my Etsy shop, you would you probably wouldn't make it as long as this. What it usually is it's not this part at all. It's only this part and this, and then you fold it and, you know, fold this over like that. I don't know if that makes sense. But because I love doing extensions in them, I wanted to fix it. So, because I noticed I kept running into the same problem. Oh, I know. I'll show you this one. I wanted to fix it because where is that? 1 second. Well, anyway, I don't know where it's at. It's under something, but I wanted to fix it so that it would be able to house, you know, an extension. So now I started designing them to have some spines here and here and here. And that also opens up the opportunity to do a one of these elastic closures. So and then I added one here too. So you can see how much room there is on the inside. And yeah, so I'm just experimenting with it. Yeah, so this is a new design that I have. And if you guys let's see, if you guys have the pass, you guys get this folio. There's a lot more that goes to it, but I can't find the finished one. But this folio, and then you also get everything else in that series. And I don't usually sell it that way, but I put it together, packaged it up so you guys could get it, all of it. So that's a really fun one. I just absolutely love it.
We have there's
Huh?
there's a few questions on your thread and on here.
Oh, thanks.
One of the questions on your thread is, I love the black velvet. I still have some from my childhood velvet dress that I can repurpose. I
Yes.
do have one
Yes.
question. When you go to put the signatures in, are you poking holes through the fabric to sew them in?
So I actually did not add any in, but when I do add them in, what I'll probably do is I will poke holes, probably with a big crocodile, and then I will add if I can, if it's not too thick, I'll add eyelets and then probably run elastic through the way that I usually do that. Kind of like I did with this one that I did yesterday. Okay. And so that is what I will probably do. If you don't like that, you don't want the elastic on the outside, here, I'll show you some other things you could do. So if you don't like the way it looks to have the elastic, you can add paper beads if you want to. that sound looks like really super bright, and I'm sorry about that, but you can see it better back here. So you can add like long paper beads and stuff like that onto the elastic. You can use something like this to, just like a tassel to cover that if you don't want that to, that to show, but make a big one, like make a big fat one or whatever. Um, and
Yeah,
this is another paper bead option.
everybody said I love the spine editions. Are all those made with paper? Um,
Yes.
thank you
Um,
for sharing. Woohoo, I love the paper folio. I can't wait to make it.
yeah. All of these, is this the one that you were asking? Are all these made with paper? Yes. This one, this part of it, hold on. And let me see if I can just get it closer. So the long parts here are made with paper, and then I added beads and stuff. So I should do a video on these or whatever. But then I just added charms and a bunch of stuff, on it. I do some wire wrapping, using like copper wire and gold wire, silver wire. And so that's what you're seeing here with, you know, the wraps. And it makes it look a lot better because look at, if you can see the difference between like looking at these, and they're just painted with like glitter, and you really can't see it that much. It's pretty plain, but when you stick wire around it, it changes everything. So there's that. And let me see.
Those are all the questions on the thread. Let's see. Said measurements for scoring were a little bit confusing.
Yeah, I know. The measurements for scoring it, the measurements for scoring it are confusing. And the reason is because this is, I think my scoring board wasn't long enough or something. And that was a problem.
Yeah, when you have to do it and you like flip it, it makes it a little
Mhm.
weird because everybody's scoreboards are a little bit different. So sometimes
Right.
we kind of got
So,
to go off the one we've got.
yeah. So what you can do if you really want to, where's my ruler? Where are you? I don't know where anything is anymore. Let me grab a ruler really quick. So if you want to, you can just do it like on your desk and then just take a stylus and make a little mark and then take it to your scoring board, and do it that way. Was there something specific, Swancha, that you were having trouble with? Because I would be very happy to do it again in front of you guys if you want. I'm wondering what I did here. Oh yeah, I added extra panel. That's why. That's why it's so long. Oh, the numbers. Did I not give that to you? How weird. Okay, of course. I will absolutely give that to you. And I will go and add that as well. I didn't realize that I left that out. So the numbers are from the left, okay, are 4 inches, then 4 1/4, then 8 1/4, and then 8 3/4. And this is where it gets tricky. So hang on one second. And then it's 12 3/4 and 13 1/4. So yeah, I know. That made it tricky. So yeah, you know what? Let me know if you need anything else. I can do another video, if I need to, just a real quick one. If you need that, I'd be very happy to help you out with that.
Just a FYI, I guess my link wasn't there for the free gift on my side with the magical hideaways. I made sure that that's attached, so if you guys need to go grab it, you still can. Um, but I updated it just now,
Oh,
so
thank you.
looks like
Okay.
it's working.
Yeah, yeah.
Discussion wise, let's see. Um,
So,
there-
yes, exactly, Swansha. Yeah, and the reason I did that is because I wanted this part to be able to fold into this part and not, stress this spine out. A cut list. I'm not sure what you mean by a cut list. Maybe I'm just like brain dead today, but tell me more about what you would like me to. Oh, with the measurement. Yeah, I will. I will definitely do that for sure. These are scores. That's let me. That's so weird that I did not put those. Oh, I know why.
Are they on
I
your
did.
worksheet
They
that's
should
on
be on my
the path?
worksheet.
Yeah. Yeah, if
No,
you have
don't
the
be
pass, that's where all the worksheets are. It should
right.
have the full thing on there.
Right. And if it's not on there, um, then let me know and I will change that immediately. Um, but yeah, these little pockets are really super easy to do. I actually almost never use measurements, I just kind of look at what's going to fit on each panel or whatever. But if you guys get the downloads for this, um, all the panels are measured out. They're actually like one of each on the page, and you just print like 6 of those. And then yeah. So I just need to tell you, here's another way that you can create, if I could find some scissors. Another way you can create goodness, where is everything? I know why, because I put everything on top of my scoring board and put it over here. All right. So here's another way that you can make a closure. And this is just kind of a sidebar because you'll probably do the elastic, but if you don't want to, don't make the hole in it. And then you can use, and this is 100% goes with the vibe. So I bought this dress at the thrift store and I bought it for, I don't know, some of you guys that have known me for a while and followed my junk journal stuff, I made for Ezra a long time ago, probably like last year, Christmas, but I was working on it all year last year and it was a dark ephemera journal. And I had bought uh, I know Holly's seen it. Yes, actually, Kelly, that's what you do. You put 2 pieces together. Yes. Um, that's what I always do. I never thought that that was a good idea until I saw Monique do it. And I'm like, oh, Monique does it, so I can do it too. Anyway,
I just rewatched your video right now just to make sure. And I'm like, no, yeah, I thought you gave. Yeah, she gives all the measurements and everything on there, guys. You just got to take note. If not, there's a full worksheet. If you get the pass, you get all the
yeah.
worksheets and we have all the measurements and things for everybody's things. But yeah, her video has full worksheet. She shows you how to make the paper bigger and everything. So everything's in the video.
This one. Okay,
Let's say
so
it's just watch, pause, watch, pause, watch, pause, write
yeah,
things
and
down as you go.
screenshot if you need to, if you don't have the pass, take a screenshot. If it's something a little more complicated, feel free.
And if you look carefully, you can see her post-it note on the side with measurements.
Oh, I
I'm like,
didn't
oh wait, they're
realize
right
that
there
was there. That's so funny. Good, good. So, if you don't have the elastic, this is what I was telling you before is that I bought this dress, and what came out of it was the tool for underneath the skirt. And I was like, what am I going to use this for? Never mind, I'll just keep it anyway. And I just took the long tool part off, and this goes with the vibe for sure. And what I'll do with this is I'll go ahead and put the eyelet in and poke this through. And I think I'll just cut it into a point so it's easier instead of fighting with it. Because if it's not good later, then I could just, it doesn't really matter. I can just cut it off. But would you please come through? If you guys have trouble feeding stuff through eyelets, use your whatever these things are called, stylus. I often don't know what things are called. So if I say that and you guys know what it is, pop up and say what it is, because my over 50 brain, yes, cool. So my over 50 brain is doesn't always words. So what I did here was I just took this and I fed it through, and then I just knotted it. And you could do this with any fabric, but this one I like because it 100% fits the vibe I'm going for here. And then what you do is you close it up, and then you can just start wrapping it around. And this is a little bit long, but you also could, yeah, I know. You could put beads on this or something, or just, tuck it in here or something, whatever you want to do, And this paper that I used is probably something like 270 GSM. I don't really know what that weight is because I'm just starting to learn like a lot of different papers, but this is a pretty heavy paper. So, and it lends itself very well to, something that you want to keep the structure. So yeah, I'm starting to really, really love using like thicker papers. The only thing is that I can't really print on them because I think my printer wouldn't like that. But usually all my thicker papers are just, they're just cream or white or black. So anyway, cute though, yeah. So anyway, does anyone have any questions about this project? And I will also be looking at the thread periodically, and just in case there's any questions.
So do you prefer the tall and skinny or the traditional size, or so-called traditional size?
Well,
Or you like them all?
I actually really like this one, but I think what I need to do is finish filling it out, and I need to add the pockets and stuff on this one here. But I added something different this time. It was just a leftover, and so I just did that. And I'm probably going to glue these, I guess, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or maybe just put some paper on the inside or some lines. I have my new line guide that I got from Monique. And so I might do that instead. And then it won't be so bulky, But let's see. I think what I'll do is add some signatures, add some more pockets and things, and and use it for something, because I don't use a lot of my journals. I make them and there's like a bajillion over there on the shelf, and I don't use them for anything. I love, love, love making them. But after watching Consi's present or Q&A yesterday, I really got a lot of ideas about how to do it. And I think that I actually worked on this thing after that. And then, just started filling in like little pages and all that. So I'm just kind of working on that, goofing around. But yeah. So
I'm so lost on my days. I'm like, what's today? Oh yeah.
you don't know what day it is?
I'm like, wait, I was like
Thursday.
trying to figure out if this was a question from today or something else, what it was, but it looks like it's good. It wasn't on the project, it was something else.
Okay. I can actually do the holes on the other project, but
You guys have questions, any more questions on that or anything else that we can help with?
yeah.
Just kind of hang out, take a breather, go
Well,
run and watch the videos.
yeah, you guys can go watch the videos if you want to. I think what I'm going to do though is, because somebody asked, I'm going to go ahead and make the signature holes for this so that you guys can watch. And I'm going to put this camera up here because I just don't want to do everything. So let me turn my camera. And then I will be right back with
Okay. And how you guys, winners are starting to roll in from some of our submission stuff. If you still have chances to win prizes all the way up until about 2 o'clock is when we're gonna start finishing off choosing all winners. But the best thing is going to be, yeah, they'll stay up on YouTube forever. Let's just put it this way. Neither one of us are gonna do the work to go and take anything down unless we have to. So YouTube allows us to keep them up forever. We'll keep up the Q&As forever. When it comes to everything else that's included with the pass, you have access to everything for at least a year, at the very least a year. But again, we're not in no big rush to pull anything down for anybody. It's just it's about as far as we can like guarantee-ish that we can keep it up to, if it's out of our control, that's like totally different. But in our control, we're not touching anything. We don't want to. Let's see. Floss threader works well. Yeah, sorry, haven't been able to watch. Yep. Let's try to grab some lunch. Nope, eat lunch. Go for it, guys. Well, Q&As, yeah. Without the pass. Yeah, without the pass, Q&As are up forever. Anything that goes on our YouTube channel is up forever. It if it's private on the YouTube, it's gonna be moved. We're probably gonna end up moving some of the videos that we temporarily put on YouTube for like my presentations are temporarily on YouTube, but we'll move them later on so they're a little bit more secure. But other than that, yeah, if we put it up on the YouTube for the public to see, we don't pull them down. So all Q&As will be up forever.
Yeah,
As
we're
long
not
as
doing that
YouTube
work.
doesn't crash and burn, we're good.
I know Q&As actually surprisingly are like
Workshop.
so popular, you know. I love them.
It's
I
because
think they're
our
so fun.
Q&As are always so cool and they always talk about everything and show you new things, which is fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna open my shade real quick. Oops. And see if that helps at all. I think it's about a little bit of sunshine. If that gets annoying, somebody tell me. But anyway, this is, oops, sorry for the noise.
And I'm looking
So,
down my piles to find out what's buried under here right now.
yes, well, yes, I do. No, I understand.
I learned so much from Q&As. Yes, keep them forever. Q&As yeah, they're definitely, yeah, we're definitely keeping those up. We have no desire to take them down.
All right.
But
So I
yeah, if
think,
not, I would definitely say go grab. There was one quick thing I was going to bring up about it looks like there was a little bit of confusion, and I will make sure that it's a little bit clearer. Um, when going to buy the pass, and it talks about paying for the pay in four option, there is a little blurb basically saying like, so you're paying $20 today, and then you have 6 weeks to pay the rest. So there was a little confusion thinking that the pass was only $20.
Yeah.
Today only. It's not that. It's that you're basically making your down payment of $20, and then you have 6 weeks to pay off the rest of it, which is just three more payments over 6 weeks time total. It's really cool.
Yeah, no.
So it's the best way. So if you want to be able to access every single presentation, all the bonus workshops, because there's a ton of workshops you guys are not even seeing that are in the pass. So if you want to grab that pass, right now is the best time to do it. When you do the pay in four option, like I said, it's basically that you're paying 20 right now, depending on which program you use. Afterpay, I know only charges you they only break it up in four, no interest, no fees. Klarna, I believe, is the same way. And I don't know why I keep forgetting the third one. I'll figure out the third one. I'll let you guys know. But it's not like our rules. They make up their own rules on how it works. You're paying that company. You're not paying us. They pay us. And then from there, yeah. And basically it supports us for hosting it, of course, but it also supports all of your speakers because they put in a lot of time and effort just to put their videos up and stuff like that, give us all of their presentations and all of that. And basically they all get a part of that that's being sold for the pass. So if you have questions about that, let us know. Yay, back to you.
Oh, good. I was just grabbing. I just noticed that this is too thick and it's not going to make it into the crocodile. So what I'm going to do is I will use an awl, and I think I'll do it. Oh no, I'll just do one. And it's going to take some doing because I've got a few. It's not paper anymore, you know, it's fabric. You guys can't see. All right. Again, I would want to tell you guys that it's better if you do not use this slip paper. This slip fabric. It's hard to work with and frustrating. And it's hard to poke a hole through it. So I need to grab another. Oh, it's okay. I have damaged my fingers before, but not this way. Here we go. So you need like a sharp awl. So I have a lot of these little teeny ones because I do stuff with leather and everything. Oh, do you guys want to see something? Before I want to show you something. This is one thing that I did with leather was I created a spine out of leather and laced it up with, and then just put it back here. Laced it up with ribbon and then just glued it on. And this is like a thick, it's kind of similar to like I guess it's probably a tooling leather. But anyway, that was the reason I did that too, was because I didn't want these to show. All right. I didn't want I was saying these and you guys couldn't see. I didn't want the spine to show because there was elastic. So that was a really fun journal to make. And it just goes to show like how this is like hard. Because I was in the wrong place. It just goes to show how many different kinds of things you can use, you know, for your junk journal. And I dig it. So somebody was saying, I can't remember who it was. So if it's you and you're here, chime in. But they were saying whenever they want to work with leather, they just buy a leather jacket from the thrift store, and that's a really great idea. Sometimes leather jackets are at the thrift store are pretty expensive, but I mean, if it's good leather and it's a lot of it, then it's going to be worth it. All right, so I am just roughly doing these in the middle, of the two sides of the spine here. And I'm going to have to go through with the smaller awl. And actually, I'm going to be going through this ribbon as well, which isn't too bad. That was my ribbon that I used to hide my the hot glue that I got all over the place. But that's why I'm saying, maybe don't use this, but use something a little bit more, able to be controlled. All right. So now that I've got my two holes, and really you can't see where these holes are. So it really doesn't even need an eyelet. It's just fine the way it is. You can barely see it. So let's see, let me go grab my elastic. Actually, let me move it. I'm wondering if this will fit. Guys, I think I'm going to do something different with this instead of the elastic, because I showed you guys the elastic yesterday, and I showed you guys how to put a loop of elastic into the center of each of these so that it creates, something that we could slip under the elastic that is actually holding these beads. Okay. So it ends up, that's if you want to remove them, let's see. Let me see, what am I doing? Oh, I know what I want to do. So I'm going to make a signature real quick, just real quick to put inside of here. Nothing fancy, but then I'm going to go ahead and sew it in, because I haven't showed you guys that yet. I'm sure that somebody else has, but I'll just show you how I'm going to do this. Because I want to, because I have time. Well, there we go. So I'm going to use some black floss, or maybe I could use like some velvet ribbon if I have some. Normally I use black floss for a black project, but I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different, but I don't want to use that thick, whatever it was that I used to wrap the folio, because I'm not sure that would be very good. So hang on a second. And I have more floss. I actually even have more than this too. Okay, hold on. Somebody's trying to get me telegrams, so let me make sure that everything's fine.
It was probably just Michelle's question. I already answered it.
Okay, no problem. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't, oh, here's the black floss. So yeah, I'll just use this, but you can always, like, if you have, you know, something that matches the whatever the metal item you put on the front or whatever, you know, you can always do that too. Do it however you want, but I just want to keep this as the focal point. And let's see. I'm making even more of a mess than I did before. Okay, so I'm going to use this. And this is a paper. No, this isn't in very good. Let's see. Will you please focus? Sir. Anyways, what this is a paper that I made out of you know, the story The Raven. So that is an excerpt of that. And I did that because I'm making a project. I don't know which project it is that I'm doing, but I have a few going on. And so I'm not sure which paper goes with what right at this moment, but look at this. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty neat. I think these ones I printed. So when you guys are printing papers like this, okay, make sure that you tell your printer, if you tell it to print double-sided, make sure that you tell it to flip on the short edge if you're doing, you know, 11 by 8.5, like a bifold like this, because otherwise you're going to get, not these, you're going to get it to where when you turn this over this way, this side will be upside down. This one's not. And I don't think these are going to fit inside of here, but I just want to make some quick. Actually, I will use these because I want to hurry up. And I'm going to put them inside the Raven. They're so pretty. And when I print on my laser printer, it will not print borderless. So I'm going to have to cut these off. But that's okay because I think I need to do this anyhow because I believe this is going to actually be a little too big. So grabbing my trusty little tiny, as everything is falling. Everything's falling. And yeah, so this is what I'm doing. Actually, I think I'm gonna just cut them all at the same time if I can. This one is not, I really like this cutter, but it's really not going to help me on the long sides, but I'll use it for this and then I'll just use my scissors. But if you want a really good cutter that cuts like multiple pages at the same time, I use this one. It's called, or the brand is Carl. Anybody use a Carl? They're like stupid expensive, but they're really cool. They will cut through chipboard. Like I use it for 70-pound chipboard. 70-pound, 70 point. I think that's how you say that. Chipboard. And it just takes a couple of passes, you know, and it works really well, but it's a monster. So, and it costs a lot, but I'm pretty sure that my husband bought it for me for, I don't know, anniversary or something. Can you believe that? But that's actually what I asked for. He used to always buy me jewelry and stuff. And he's picked out some really nice jewelry and things that I like, but I'm just not really a big jewelry person. And so I have all this great stuff, but he finally caught on, you know, that I'd rather have like an appliance or something. I'm more practical, I think, than that. So I don't know. I think the things that are actually that feel like they are, let's see, the things that feel like they're actually special and everything are things that I couldn't justify spending money for. And so yeah. And that could be anything, right? I got a Roomba that I called Rosie. I would never buy that for myself. And that was something that he bought me. And he was embarrassed that he bought me a vacuum. I'm like, no, do not be embarrassed about that. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of see if this will fit. I'm just gonna just make a small one for now. So I'm gonna have to cut about an inch off of this. And let's see. And it's gonna cut off some of the side, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with it. Oh, it looks like some of my pages are upside down. I better fix that. Ooh. See what I mean, though? That's not fun. This is a job for the Carl, you think. Let's see if I can fix it. There we go. Doesn't like more than like 5 or 6 pieces of paper, I think. And I'm not really a big stickler on my on these being perfect, you know, it's not that big of a deal to me. But if you are, go grab yourself a Carl and you will be all set. So this paper, in case anybody's wondering, what the heck is that? This is the beginning of a series that I am creating called, it's going to be called Gothic Love, I think. Because these people right here are these people right here. So anyway, it's a little demented, a little strange, but that's okay. I do not mind being that way. So let's go ahead and put a couple more pages. And I don't really have any good, unless I'm gonna look at Desiree's paper real quick. And oh, I better just quit messing around and just get this sewn in so that you guys can see it. All I'm going to do is just a really simple pamphlet stitch. So if you want to know how to do that, I will show you. And cut an inch there off. I'm sorry. 1/2 of the Gothic Love is didn't make it in the page. All right, so when you are going to create or sew a signature in, you need to figure out where your holes are. So what I'm going to do is just mark the holes where the holes are. But so it doesn't become a problem as far as like where you poke your holes in all the pages. You're going to want to use some clips, and just makes it easier to handle them anyways. Okay, so those are my holes. And now I'm going to open it up, replace the clip, and then lay it out right here on my foam thingy. And then just poke the holes right into the fold there. I made the marks a little bit to the left of it, but that's okay. And just to make it easier, go ahead and make the holes a little bit bigger than you think you need them to be. Not that big, but just a little bit bigger than you think you need them to be, because sometimes it can be hard to sew in the signatures. So I'm trying to find right now a larger eye needle, but I'm not finding one, so I'm going to have to make it work. And I can, as long as I have a needle threader. Ooh, look, I can even put this little guy. Sorry, my camera is like so crappy. But I am finding some cool things to put inside of here. Oh, look. Goes with the Gothic love vibe. All right, cool. All right. Be right back. So if you have any of these bobbins from Misfit Crafter Studio, I think it came with a large eye needle, which is really nice. If not, you can put yours right into here, but I think it came with it.
Yeah, if you get it with the binding kit, you get 2 bobbins, 2 needles. If you get the 4-pack of them by themselves, you get 1 needle, but 4 of the flat spools.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I think instead of using the floss, then I'm going to go ahead and use this. And this is wax thread. And so the cool thing about wax thread is that it is going to, you're going to be able to thread your needle better, for one thing. For another thing, it will go through the paper when fed through the paper much better. And so, yeah. So I'm going to cut off probably about 2 or 3 times what I need. And then, and the reason is, well, you'll see the reason in a minute. And so I'm just going to leave it single strand, and I don't really need a knot over here or anything. And I'm going to leave my clips on just for a minute. And this is how I do my pamphlet stitch. I don't know if this is, how everybody does it, but I start in the middle and I go through the middle of this, the signature, and then I go through the middle hole of the cover. And don't worry if it's a little bit hard for you to find it. You'll get used to how to do it, but sometimes it takes a minute to find the holes. So there we are. And so I'm going to do this upside down again. Ridiculous. All right. Let me see if I can just like do this easy because I made that hole big enough. All right. No, I didn't do it upside down. That is funny. Okay. I'm always paranoid that I'm going to do that because I've done this before. So I'm going to leave about 5 inches or so, maybe a little bit longer if I want to put charms on. So I am going to then go up to the top hole and go through that and then feed it also through the signature. Stop doing that. Oops, it's not this. That's not the right hole. Okay. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to feed this back through the middle. And I like to keep the clips in so it keeps the pages from fanning out while I am doing this, because that's a real big pain, you know, because everything's really loose right now. And it just helps to keep everything. And you can see that you really can't even see this wax thread. But if you hate it and it's really, really bothering you, just put a really pretty tassel. So now I'm going to go through the bottom hole of the cover and then also go through the bottom hole of the signature. Got some bright light going on over here, guys. Sorry. So I can now take out or take off the clips. And the last thing I want to do is I'm going to go, instead of going back through this hole and tying a knot or something, you know, I'm going to go actually underneath this stitch. And then I am going to tie a double knot. Make sure everything, you know, feels pretty good.
I had Desiree put up her Etsy so people can grab her paper.
What's that?
I put Desiree put up her Etsy so people can grab her paper.
Yes, go do
Does
that.
mean your store is officially back open. Yay.
That's amazing. Yay. Yay, because I'm probably never going to have that kind of a setup, you know?
Sorry about my dog. Not up and running yet, but I've changed the name so at least you can follow me, and paper should be up within the next week or so.
Nice.
Thank you both very much.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to go ahead right here because I want to put charms on. I'm going to just tie a knot. I might just tie a couple knots right here, just to kind of give it a little bit of visual interest, but it'll also be functional too. You know, it'll keep these strands together because I want them to stay together because I want to start putting stuff on this. So I have a little key and a heart. Remember, this series is called Gothic Love. So I got a key in the heart. And I do have this little book. This little book was made out of polymer clay because I used to do play around with it. I still want to, but I just haven't. The reason I started doing that was because I wanted to create like tiny food and stuff for my dollhouse. And because I have a really cool Victorian dollhouse that I'm in the middle of building. And that Desiree's going to come over and do the electrical. Kidding. But
Yeah, I'll be
really
there in
though.
3 days.
Yeah. It's just like this little weird tape, you know, but I don't know why I'm lagging on it, you know. It's like when you don't really know if you're going to do something right, you know. Just kind of don't want to try. Besides, it's not like I don't have other things that I'm doing. But so I'm just like tying these little guys on here, and you can use like any kind of charms that you like. You can use beads. But this wax thread is really handy for you know, for putting it through like little holes and stuff. It just glides through in a way that that floss just does not. It's pretty good. I'm glad I chose to use this. So you can do this differently where you don't tie around the hole if you don't want it that way. You can add you actually can add, what are those called? Jump rings instead, if you want to. I have a bunch, I just didn't want to do it. But yeah, that's how I put my signatures in. And then, you know, add like a little bit of stuff there and it looks good. I've got some little hangy things and now I can close it. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, I am going over again, so I need to quiet down now and let somebody else go. Who's next?
Let me get that up
I
here.
apologize.
I'm sorry, I was typing away another supply list for tomorrow. I apologize.
Cool, no problem. Yeah, I don't seem to have any sense of time with my presentations. So let me see who's next.
We should have, there we go. We should have Michelle. Michelle, are you here? Michelle, Michelle.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh no, it's us. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. It's the So No Matter What panel. My brain is
Oh,
tired.
okay.
That's why.
So,
I knew it was something easy.
okay, cool. So now what? All right, let me put my camera back
Sorry
and
about that, guys.
that way I look authoritative and all that.
Our brains are slowly turning to mush. We apologize.
Yes, they are.
All right, everybody coming in, welcome in. We'll be starting a little bit. We're starting a little bit late because we went a little off on the talking on the previous one. So we're getting everybody in. Kristi's just gonna put away some stuff and then we'll get started.
I'm good.
I'm going to leave. Let me go ahead and stop